morning, everyone, and welcome back to Fabulous Foods with Victoria Fabbo. I'm really excited today. We are going to be working on carrot cake. I love carrot cake. My sisters love carrot cake, so I thought we'd have a nice baking episode and we'd get working on it. So when I bake, I always start with my sugar and eggs first. So I'm going to go ahead and add my sugar. And remember, every morsel counts. Now, what I also did was I measured out my cinnamon and nutmeg ahead of time and my sugar, some more. I like to add molasses to my carrot cake. If I do not have brown sugar at home, and brown sugar is made with molasses and white sugar. So I like to go ahead and add that. Pop. Perfect. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add my egg mixture. So I scrambled up the eggs already, so it'd be nice and easier to move with the sugar. And I added my vanilla. And as my mom says, you can never add too much vanilla. So I'm gonna go give this a nice stir. What I like to do is fold it. You reach to the bottom of the bowl and you mix it around. Now I'm gonna break up this molasses. So I pre-measured these ingredients and my molasses seeped up in the sugar, so it just got a bit hard. So you might just need to mix it around a little bit. So you want it to come homogeneous, right? So homogeneous means coming all together and looking the same. Looking succinct. All right, that is nice. It smells great too. Cinnamon and nutmeg, I'm excited. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my butter. So I already melted it on the stove. That's why you can see the milk solid fats come out. Now, what I did, and you can do if you so choose so, I put cloves in the butter when it was melting on the stove. I wanted a little bit of clove taste, so I wanted it to be infused in the butter. Feel free to do so if you like. And give this a nice mix. So I might start in the middle, and you can see it coming together, and then I will do like a little fold, and it will come all together once all the flour is added as well. The nice thing about baking is you can take your time, right? Patience makes a better product, so take your time. And so when I mix this more together with the flour and the carrots, that's when I normally do it. I only like to mix it maybe a third or sometimes homogenize. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the flour in. So I added my flour and my baking powder here. Some people have carrot recipes where they have baking soda as well, so feel free to do so if you'd like. All right, I'm just gonna add it all in because I don't know why. Easier. So, even though I am a dietitian, I am using butter today. It is Easter season, and it also is spring season, and I like my carrot cake to be with butter, but feel free to also use vegetable oil, right? It's a better fat because butter is a saturated fat, but I did want the buttery feeling, so that's what I went for. Okay, so keep folding it. Sometimes patience is a virtue, but keep going at it. And at this point, there are still some flour chunks, which you can see, so we'll keep folding it, but I'm gonna add in our carrots now as well. And the more carrots, the better, so don't worry. So what I do is I peel my carrots first. I cut them into smaller chunks, and I put them in the food processor so that they can just chop up really small. If you do this by hand, then you have more patience than I do. So good work. So we mix that all together. It smells great. I love it with the carrots. And this is an easy way. Yes, there is sugar, but there is still technically added fiber here. And if you'd wanted to use some whole wheat flour here as well, that would be a great opportunity. Some people like to add nuts at this stage, some walnuts. So I would bake the walnuts first in the oven and then add them nicely fine and chopped and add them here. But for the safety sake of people being allergic to nuts, I don't typically add them. All right, so this looks great. So this texture is really nice. You see how it slowly is, it holds really well. So that's really what we're looking for. Now, I think the fun part about anything you want to bake is the cool different pans you can use. I'm going to add these to this glass pan and a nice little copper one. Or not copper, displayed as copper. Okay. And you want it about yay full. You want some room at the top. Okay. And you just want to make sure that it's nice and flat and homogeneous. Look at that, that looks great. And what I want for this one, or something that you could do for this one, is not fill it all the way so that you can have more icing, but also maybe you can add some ice cream to it. 'Tis the holiday. Okay, so just try to make that as flat and smooth as you can. And then you pop this in the oven for 350. This one might only take 40 minutes, but this one might even take an hour and a half. So just remember, low and slow and it'll be okay. So we'll pop those in, and next I'm gonna show you how to make icing for it. Okay, now the fun part. Since our baking is done, now we get to decorate. So I have 2 sticks of butter in here, which we are going to beat with the mixer until they're nice and pliable. So I will not speak for this portion. So you can try to soften your butter. So right, you're not supposed to keep products out for longer than 2 hours out of refrigeration. So with buttercream, or when you're making icing or some sorts, as bakers we say, okay, leave it out for the 2 hours, bake with it, decorate that cake really quick, and then go ahead pop it back in. In the old school days, they'd leave the butter out overnight, so it would be nice and pliable, so much easier. So if you feel like you're having a little bit difficulties while you're mixing this now because the butter's harder, it's gonna happen, right? So the butter just needs to take its time melting. So even though it is stuck on here, over here you can see it's like a ribbon kind of shape. And with that ribbon shape, that means it's ready to go. So I'm gonna just take this butter out again. Take your time, right? This is supposed to be fun. Enjoy this time with kids if you want. They can get their hands nice and sticky with you. And this will just be fun. We're gonna go ahead and add powdered sugar. I like to just see how it will come out, so I won't add them all right away, just because I wanna see how it will come out. And then add some vanilla. So because I'm adding the vanilla, it won't be as clear maybe as some people might like, which I'm okay with because I love the taste of vanilla. And it's on carrot cake, so I think it's great. So if you want the color to stay like the sugar white, then feel free to do that. But for me, I enjoy it this way. So again, on low speed. And you'll always see me stopping the machine, taking off the butter, because I want to make sure that it's all completely mixed together well. Nice. This came together quite nicely. See? Nice and easy at home, you can do this. I am a rustic baker, meaning I keep it nice and simple. Those who decorate, I commend you. You do a fabulous job. So what I mean by that is I'm just gonna go ahead and ply it on. If you want to get a piping tip and make cute decorations, feel free to. But I'm just a carrot cake girl with frosting kind of one. Okay. Now, some of you may ask, why are there holes on this? And the honest reason, it appears I may have sprayed too much spray on. So with that said, please be mindful when you're coating your pans how much spray you're putting on, because that spray on top can make it a little crunchy. I do that because I know my sisters like the crunchy part of the carrot cake. But if you just want a soft carrot cake, then maybe just do a little bit less of the spray. But something about having a moist middle and a crunchy of the carrot cake is really pleasing to me. Maybe cover it all if you want even. So here are two options for carrot cake. You can make it look rustic if you want, or you can have the carrot cake completely covered. Just know when you taste that carrot cake, it's gonna be so yummy. So with that said, I hope you guys really enjoy spring and everything that Revere has to offer. There's so many wonderful wild events going on that are just a blast. And enjoy some yummy baked goods with some friends and family. Have a fabulous day, and thanks again for watching. Bye.